Hello everyone. In today's class we are going to learn how to make cute little potpourri sachet kits, and these can be used as an ordinary potpourri, let's say for a drawer freshener. They also will be useful as like maybe party favors, wedding favors, baby showers. They can be adapted to many different uses, as you will see. So the supplies we're going to use today are, first of all, the little bags. They just come in a variety of colors. This is basically a pale yellow, but it almost works as just a crew or ivory. It has a little drawstring ribbon. So you see so many sachet bags. I want to say grosgrain, but the name of this fabric is escaping me at the moment. What is it? Organdy. Is that it? Organdy. So anyway, we have a bunch of those. I don't have the color assortment today. We're just demonstrating with this pale yellow color. And then of course we have our dried herbals for our potpourri sachets. And we've got several different colors and aromas to work with. It's got peony petals. What is this? Gomphrena. So there a wide range to choose from. Lavender. So as you can see, we'll be able to color coordinate. They can also be used medicinally. So if you get a request in your shop for, let's say somebody wants help with air freshening, or they're congested and they want some decongestant herbs, or they need a pep up, mood lifters, things like that. So if you take the other herbology class, you'll learn more about the properties of all the different herbs, but that's a separate class. So we've got about a dozen of those to work with today. And we also have some cute washi stickers. Now, you're familiar with the washi tapes probably, but this is a similar line, but they're actually small stickers. You can get them in different sizes. This is about the size of a matchbox, I would say, right there. And these come in dozens of different designs, themes. This one I think was vintage nature or something like that. So this one I just happened to pick out. Has butterflies. You can see they definitely have a vintage feel to the artwork. It's really pretty. And they're each little booklets that come in packs of 6. This one is all kind of pinks, blues, very pastel-y, really pretty. And they are stickers, but they're not what you traditionally think of as stickers. because they're a little bit translucent, like the washi tapes. They have a slight. Let me pull one of these out. This one reminded me of Van Gogh painting. It's really pretty. So they don't feel at first like stickers. It just feels like a piece of paper. But you have to kind of dig to get the backing off. Sometimes it's easier than other times. And it does peel out nicely. And you'll find the paper backing is actually thicker than the sticker itself. It's very, you can see how translucent it is. Very lightweight. So these can be put on glass. Like, just as an example, for other things you could do with this. If you had candles, if you were making candles, and you wanted to decorate the outside, you know, you could use these and the candlelight would shine through them. In fact, I just had that idea now. I think I'd like to do that. That'd be really cool. This one has a lot of writing and stickers and decals on it, but just get a clear, totally clear glass candle. That would be really lovely. Alright, so there's, let's look at these other ones. This is kind of like science and planetary solar system. There's some planets, some star charts. There's Saturn and its rotation around the sun. Very, very cool. Oh, that's cool. The moon and its different phases. This one is mostly greens. And, oh, I see, it's fruit. This is the fruit. You can't always tell from the cover. This is like really vintage, like an old cart of farm fresh fruit or something. Some flowers. Oh, that's lovely. So you can have a lot of fun as you look through these to choose what you want to decorate your potpourri sachets with. Alright, we have to look at the others. This one is maps, geography. It's a lot of beiges. Beige. Ooh, that one's nice. Romania. It's hard to read some of these, but I saw Romania. Can you see how pretty that is? And I think, did we do all of them? No, there's one more. This one has a gramophone. I'm guessing it's different sorts of technologies. Oh, wow. Look at these Tiffany style lamps. Different sorts of home objects. Oh. Pattern. Look, old McCall's pattern box. This is the sweetest thing ever. I love it. There's other clothing, fashion. Really cute. Really, really cute. Colors afoot. Commercials for shoes. Anyway, so that covers these. And again, this is just one box of 6. This one company has probably 12 of the sets like this, which each one has a different. It's amazing. So then the other thing we have are these really adorable window not really decals, they're not stickers. They're really for scrapbooking. Flower shadow by the window. These are made in Japan. Oh no, made in China. I thought these are Japanese. So this shows you on the back what is in them. It comes in different colors. This is a sort of a beige, lavender, pink, blue. Actually, this kind of looks blue and lavender, blue and purple, but mostly blue, I guess. Green and purple. This one is true purple. So let's take one out to show you. And of course, pink is my favorite color, so I'm going to choose the pink. Alright. So this little backing card is just to hold them. You could use it for something if you wanted to. It's pretty by itself. But it does show you all the shapes that come inside. Okay, let's look at these. I haven't actually had a chance to go through these yet. Now the neat thing about these, they're die cut, so they're very crisp, and they are see-through. So in other words, you can place it, in front of something. Just a solid piece. You could do something like if you wanted to make like a scene, like a three-dimensional shadow box. You were wanting to look through a window at a rose covered fence. You could set up a shadow box like that. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with that. But for today, oopsie, we're going to use them in our potpourris. They are really sweet. These are not stickers, just double checking. So you can see there's actually a window box with flowers at the bottom. Most of them have that. Some still have to punch. You may occasionally find one that needs a punched hole out. Just different shapes, different kinds of flowers. Most of them have shutters of some kind. Some of them have the oval light windows at the top. This one doesn't have any panes. This one has curtains which are mostly drawn, so it's just a peekaboo look. This one, I think, yes, there's some that actually open, believe it or not. So they didn't make the fold. But if you wanted to fold it open, you could do that. Get even more of a three-dimensional look, depending on what project you were doing. This one opens up really nicely. This is a much more plain, stately one, less ornate. Another less ornate one with opening shutters. Similarly, and this one is similar to there's about, what, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was right. 10 per package. And we've got, how many colors was that? 6? Leave these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 60 to choose from. Just do these. And once again, you can get all different designs in these kinds of things as well. I just happen to love windows. Okay, so what we will do, take our bag. I already got one bag out and tried the Washi decal on it just to show you that it doesn't stick super well, but this one I've already peeled off a couple of times, so it loses some of its stickum. So I just recommend peeling it once. I mean, putting it. Don't replace it once you put it on. I'll put that one aside. Okay. So since we've got our pink out, let us do a pink themed potpourri for our first sample. We're going to use these peony petals. Now, I recommend at home, if you're doing this in your shop, pour them out into little bowls, which I have not done here, but it's a lot easier just to pluck them out. So I'm just doing it by hand. And you can also get something to prop open your bag if you're going to be doing a lot of them. This is just how you do it if you're just doing a few at a time. Alright. These peonies are in a big clump. Don't forget, they smell so lovely. Of course, that's the object of the potpourri, is the wonderful smell. Okay. So let's see what other pinks we have. Comfrena. This is an interesting looking one. I don't know, not as familiar with this one. Let's see, what does it smell like? Kind of a more herby smell than the other one. So we'll put maybe 3 of these inside. Oh, I forgot about the idea behind the window is to put it inside the bag. So there'll be one inside, and then the other side will have one of the washi tape. So it helps to put it in before. This one's cute with the big bow. So I haven't got too much, and once it gets too full, it's a little harder to put it in. So put it in pretty early on. And really all this does is just adds a pretty unexpected element to your potpourri bag. Right. So any other pinks? We should do some lavender. We'll go for a pink and purple theme. Let's see. Ooh, we've got forget-me-nots. Very purple. just be monochromatic. I mean, you could, if that's what you wanted, or you thought your customers would like them, do all in one color, but kind of like mixing the pink and the purple since they're in the same family. That smells really nice. Sort of a soft honey. Forget-me-not. So once you have your little window, make sure you want the window to stay to the side. So make sure to enter, to put your herbs and dried florals behind the window. So you don't want to get between the window and the bag. Alright, so there's some forget-me-nots. Let's do a little bit of the red plum. These are so pretty. I wonder if it smells like fruit, like plums. Do you think so? Probably not. Actually, you can smell a little bit of that tangy plumness to it. Pretty. Cute. Put a few of those. So you can see how pretty it is becoming. Lots of different colors and scents all blending. And now the lavender is, if you've worked with lavender, it's like, unlike these others which are very chunky, lavender is small little pieces, so it can kind of be messy. So I don't recommend you putting too much lavender into these packets. If you're making just lavender, then you might want to do it slightly differently, because it just has different properties. It kind of blends in and you can't really see it too much, but you get the fragrance of it. Organza, is that it? Organza or organdy? It's one of those. You probably think I'm daft. Okay. And the last one I think we have not used is the rose petals. Now, if you are setting this up for your own shop to sell to your customers, of course you'll be getting these in bulk, much less expensive. You buy these in bulk, and then if you or some of your shop employees can make these up to sell. You can also sell them at craft fairs. They sell very well at craft fairs. Oh, I forgot to check the fragrance. How fragrant are these? Oh, definitely you can smell the rose. It's lovely. Okay. A bit more. So that is getting pretty full. I think I will call that a bag, because remember, you have to cinch it up. So you need a little extra room to cinch it up. You have to be careful when you do the cinching not to catch your window at the wrong angle. You want to have the window centered. Like that. So now you're cinched up. Darling little window looking into all the little herbs. And then on the back, you can just leave it as is, but this is where I like to put washi tape designs on it. So let's look for one that goes with our sort of pink and purple theme. Oh, that was nice. I want something with a little design to it. Some of them are just kind of like almost solid colors, at least from a little bit of a distance. And a little bit of a floral effect. That's pretty. There's that watercolor look again. So you can either tear it off from here and leave the backing sheet, which is kind of nice because that gives you a little booklet of just the paper backing sheets when you're done. I think I prefer that method. Okay, and be careful when you take it off. Try not to touch as much as you can the back because, again, the stickiness is limited. So minimize that. Make sure to have your hands clean of any oils. Of course, I put lotion on my hands before I started, which I don't recommend because lotion or anything like that just reduces the stickiness. Okay, see, it's already coming up a little bit on the corners, so it may not make sense to try putting these out the outside unless you use a light spray adhesive, which you can do. You can also put it on the inside of the bag, which may work a little bit better. Anyway, you can play around with the washi stickers. So you've got our cute little potpourri. And once again, this can be a favor, like a party favor, wedding favor, special like anniversary, or you can have, actually what you can do, instead of peeling the sticker, since that doesn't work too well unless you use an additional adhesive, but you can also take one of them, don't peel off the sticker, use a little punch a little hole in the corner. You can use this to write message. I can say like happy, let's just say this is a birthday party. Happy birthday. Auntie Sue. Okay. Excuse me. So, write your little messages on here, and your customers, of course, can write their own messages. I don't have my hole punch here, but punch a little hole there, and then you can thread it through the ribbon, and that way it just hangs as a little extra piece. I should have brought my little hole punch. Oh, maybe I can do it with the scissors. Alright, just to give you the idea. Just to give you the idea, I'm going to use the old-fashioned hole punch, which is poking it with scissors. We've all done that. And punch it through my hole. Trying to use the fat part of the ribbon. Maybe my hole's not big enough. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's try this again. You can also untie the ribbon. It's in a little knot at the end. through there, and you can do a little knot. There. However you want to do it. So this would be a cute, it could be, this is really nice for favors, like, again, it could be a little favor for a party or wedding, shower, whatever. So this isn't working so well. So I still like the idea, but I think if you use like a light spray adhesive, and that will just stick right on there, just to give it a little extra flourish. So that is our little DIY potpourri favor for the day. Now, if you are interested in our other workshops and classes, make sure to check our website. It's LM's Creations, and we will be having a lot more things to offer, as well as links if you want to purchase any of these items for yourself. So, thank you for joining us, and I'm going to tidy up a bit. You're welcome to stay around while I tidy. I thought I would make another one, but I don't know. Do we have time to make another one? Shall we try making another one? What do you think? Alright, let's try another one. This time I won't do so much yak, because you already know how to do everything. Alright, got her bag. Let's color with the green. Let's pick the green. These are so cute. So cute. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. It has a pink bow in the corner. This one actually has pine trees. It's much less floral than the pinks. It's more just greenery, I guess, which makes sense. So let's find one that will work well in our little potpourri bag. I kind of like this one with the arched windows. Right there. So this time I'm going to put it in first. Try to get it centered as much as you can. And we are going to look for green and related. We've got lemongrass. We have rosemary. This will be a very herby one. Fig. Fig might be fun. A little bit of a fruitiness. Hawthorn. Lemon. They actually have lemons. Dried lemons. Let's try that. Oh. Chrysanthemum. Well, that's very yellow. It has a little bit of green in it as well. spread them apart so you can see both of them. Okay. And I think we'll put the chrysanthemums because they're kind of big and puffy. So, if you need like marketing ideas, if you have a shop or you sell crafts at a craft fair and your things are just kind of slow, we will be having some workshops on marketing your goods. So be checking our website for that as well. Let's try fig. Fig's got the green and a little bit of the purple. These are purple figs. They smell like fig. That's what they look like. Okay. And we'll do a little rosemary for that. Everybody knows what rosemary smells like, I would think. We have it grown everywhere where I live. Everybody plants it. This is another one that can get messy because it tends to break up into little pieces. Yes, it definitely has the rosemary's fragrance still. And then we'll do the lemongrass. Lemongrass is used a lot in Thai cooking. We should offer a herbal cooking class using herbs in cooking. That smells very nice. This is a hint of lemon. It's kind of a herby smell with a hint of lemon. So this one is looking kind of dull because the green's sort of approaching more of a brown, kind of greenish brown. So what shall we do to pop it up a little bit? I don't want to do red. That's a bit too drastic. Let's something orangey. Serratia grovenori. This is another one I'm not too familiar with. But it is a nice orange, kind of a burnt orange color. That might look nice as our combination. What does it smell like? It's nice. It's a little bit earthy, a little bit florally. Put that back here. So this, I think that orange looks nice with the greens and the yellows. It's pretty. So this one's not as full as the other one. I think I'll just leave it like this though, rather than anything else. Maybe a little bit of this. Is this so interesting looking? I need to take our herb class myself because I've forgotten so many things. These are little puffy pom-poms. They have pleasant, refreshing smell. Put a couple of those. And they're kind of a very light, pale green, so it goes well with our theme. And it fills it up just a little bit more. I don't want it to look skimpy. Okay. Now I side, just to see how that would work. What goes well with our green theme? Ooh, it's pretty roses. Something not too, don't want to take away too much. How about that one? This one's nice, very herbal green. It goes with the theme. So I'm going to leave it on the paper and not peel it because I don't have the adhesive. So yeah, once again, you could write a message if you wanted to here. I'm just going to insert that. Excuse me, the back. So it gives a nice little finish to the back as well. And then make sure before you pull to center your window. And then zip it up, zip, 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 like that. So cute. So now we have a nice green with some accents of yellows and oranges. It's a beautiful little card in the back which you could write a message on. It smells wonderful. So if you have a little display stand in your shop, you could have all these in a row. You could actually hang them if you have one of those little trees like for earrings and things like that. It's a really cute way to display them, is to hang them like that, especially in a sunny window. And make sure to also carry their refreshers. We have some in the back. I don't have any right now, but we can get a little spray refresher bottle. Sometimes I'll tie it onto here. So when the scent starts to fade a little bit, you just give it a little squirt and it basically refreshes all the original fragrances of the herbs. It's really cool stuff. So if you don't already have some of that, I can show you next time or check our website on that. So that was our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's so relaxing to smell all these fragrances. Yeah, it's really soothing. Okay, I'm just going to tidy up a bit. The next